Hi everybody, this is Brian, the Finance Ninja. This is part 2 in the AMD series. This series is dedicated to AMD's fight against its much larger rivals, Intel and NVIDIA. AMD is facing a two-front war against much larger rivals. So what do you do in this situation? Well, you fight one until you're satisfied, and then you fight the other. The first fight was against Intel. If you want to see the video on Intel, please click the link up above. Currently, AMD is beating Intel in process node, productivity, gaming, single-core, multi-core, high-performance, servers, you name it. I mean, what else is there to say? So, Lisa Su is changing focus to NVIDIA. So, here we are, AMD versus NVIDIA. Let the fight begin. NVIDIA's current strengths over AMD are ray tracing, which AMD already has now in the current consoles currently on the market, and DLSS. Now what is DLSS? DLSS is called Deep Learning Super Sampling. It is an AI rendering technology that increases graphical performance using dedicated tensor core AI processors on blah 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 blah. What DLSS does is it taps into the power of a deep learning neural network to boost frame rates and generate beautiful, sharp images for your games. Basically what happens is the game renders at a lower resolution, and then it feeds into DLSS. DLSS applies AI and machine learning, the neural network information, and then outputs a higher resolution version of the game. So this generates, as noted, a better frame rate and enhanced graphics. So what is AMD's answer? AMD's answer is a technology called FidelityFX Super Resolution. Now here is a patent of that was filed in 2019, so they've had a couple of years to work on it. Basically, it states, and it's going to get a little bit technical, but I'll simplify. It states that the processor is configured to receive an input image having a first resolution, generate linear downsampled versions of the input image by downsampling the input image via a linear upscaling network, and generate nonlinear downsampled versions of the input image by downsampling the input image via a nonlinear upscaling network. You get that? I don't think anybody gets that. So, let's just simplify it. The next line says the processor is also configured to convert the downsampled versions of the input image into pixels of an output image having a second resolution higher than the first resolution and provide the output image for the display. Now that's the important part. So it will basically take a lower resolution image, process it, apply artificial intelligence, a deep neural network, and generate a higher resolution image for the output, similar to DLSS. It says here, super resolution is the process of upscaling an original image, ergo video, image, or photo, via a neural network to extract more information than the amount of information present in the original image. Super resolution techniques use information from different images or frames to create an upscaled image. Details are extracted from each image in a sequence to reconstruct other images. Down below it says Figure 5 is an illustration of using subpixel convolution to convert a low resolution image to a high resolution image according to features of the disclosure. I'll show that image in a second. Conventional super resolution techniques include a variety of conventional neural network architectures which perform super resolution by upscaling images using linear functions. These linear functions do not, however, utilize the advantage of other types of information. So basically, think of it like this was the old technique. So the old technique would take an image, think like in Photoshop. What happens when you take a low resolution image in Photoshop and try to make it bigger? It gets grainy, right? It gets very pixelated. So what this is, it's an attempt to remove the pixelation and actually have it look better than the original image using a neural network that will basically analyze millions of other images out there, so it will know exactly what it is and pinpoint what it is and basically produce a sharper image as a result. It's really complicated, but I think you get the idea. Okay, so AMD's approach, it says, the devices and methods include a gaming super resolution GSR network architecture, which efficiently super resolves images into a convolutional and generalizable manner. The GSL architecture employs image condensation and a combination of linear and nonlinear operations to accelerate the process to gaming viable levels. GSR renders images at a low-quality scale to create high-quality image approximations and achieve high frame rates. High-quality reference images are approximated by applying a specific configuration of convolutional layers and activation functions to a low-quality reference image. The GSR network approximates more generalized problems more accurately and efficiently than conventional super-resolution techniques by trading the weights of the conventional layers with a corpus of images. This is very technical, so I will leave a link to this in the description. Have a read if you like. I don't get most of it myself because patents are very, very tech speak and just very, very hard to understand and process in your head. So give it a go and get from it what you will. But this image, I think, helps to describe what is happening. So it just takes a lower resolution, goes through a couple maps, combined feature maps, creates a higher resolution image. That's really all you need to know. You don't need to know the techniques, the inner details of how it takes the lower resolution image and converts it into a high resolution image. All you need to know is that you get faster frame rates and you get a higher resolution and you get a sharp image. Now Linus from Linus Tech Tips, a very good site by the way, let's see, it says in the video above, Linus Sebastian in the video above claims that in a media briefing, AMD is not rushing it out the door only on a new top-end card, but instead want to be cross-platform in every sense of the word. This article actually is from 2 months ago. Sebastian was invited to a media briefing. It was very closed doors, so we don't really get much detail on it other than what people like Linus have to say about it. This, Sebastian claims, doesn't mean AMD's existing PC GPUs, but also the ones inside consoles. So this will benefit the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series. So they're going to get a free graphics boost. They're going to love AMD, Sony and Microsoft will. DLSS is a technology used by NVidia to render games at lower resolutions. Then it uses artificial intelligence and machine learning to upscale the frames of the games to higher resolution. FidelityFX Super Resolution could help eliminate dips in FPS or allow more games to use ray tracing effects. It may also mean in the future the consoles may be able to hit 8K. This is kind of conjecture by the article, but who knows. Thank you for watching today's video. It was super technical, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Soon I will be releasing part 3 in this series of AMD's war against Intel and NVIDIA. Please stay tuned.